We are starting a summer camp. But this won't be no ordinary summer camp. This will be the summer camp of death. Wait, is it too soon to say that? Let's back things up a bit. This is Better Minecraft, the home of our future campsite where I want you to be my guest. That doesn't mean it will be a server you can join yet. What that means we'll have to figure out. I want to figure out some interactive way how you can be part of this campsite. If you have any thoughts on how we can do this, let me know down in the comments, and while you're down there, if you're new around, you're welcome to subscribe, and if by the end of this video you enjoyed my work, you're welcome to join us on Discord. The first thing we would need is to find the perfect location, and as you can see, I've spent hours and hours and hours trying to find perfect locations where we could set up this campsite, and eventually I found this spot right over here that would be perfect for what we're looking for. It has a lovely campy kind of color palette to it, a darker color palette, which I'm always a fan of if I'm building campsites, especially creepy campsites, and it must have a lake. So nice big biome over there with a lovely lake. Now that we have the location sorted, I want to start things with a mining session. Luckily we found all these items on our adventure to find this spot, so we can make a couple of decent tools. But I won't make you suffer through a mining session, I will just skip this part. There's still 2 more detours we have to take before we can actually start working on the campsite, but let me show you what I thought of so far. There's definitely a bunch of hills and holes we need to get rid of, but there's also some great areas we can turn into feature spots. Our main building, whatever that's going to be, definitely needs to be on a spot that has a great view of the lake. The cabins and living quarters need to be deeper in from the lake area, and it should have a campfire. Another must-have is some docks so you can access the lake, and a waterfront area for some water-based shenanigans. And that's what I have so far. Now, let's deal with those distractions. Our first distraction is that we need to go to the Nether, because we are on the hunt for the illustrious Ember Hyphae. Now we just need to sneak past this Nether fortress and then avoid burning in lava. Oh, what is that? Ah, no. None of that, thank you. I am out of here. Big question is, can we grow these ember wart? No, we can't grow it on blue netherrack. Can we bone meal? No, we can't bone meal it to make it the yellow, whatever it was. We had to deal with distraction number 1 so that we can find one of the blocks I want to include in our color palette for this series, so that we can also get to distraction number 2, which is to make a garden. We need to grow some food to get bread, otherwise we're gonna have problems early on. And I wanted to test our blocks in our color palette, or the first blocks to our color palette in this garden. That blocks being ember pedu, but the insides of it, maple logs, the maple slab variation, some ember insides and variations like the fences and so on. That's the first things I want to start including in the color palette. I do want to find some mycelium because I think that will work better with the area. But where? Wait, I remember. There we go. But that's another block we need silk touch for, so let's rather move on and do some landscaping. While working on this first hill and shaping it out, I realized that landscaping is such a big job in this area. It's just gonna be part of the future. It's just gonna be an ongoing project. For now, all we're gonna do is just take care of some of the eyesores. So many tiny little holes we have to deal with. Basically, my job now is to make flat spots I can build in, but have height variation so that it doesn't feel like a super flat world. The docks area also got some attention, and I'll continue terraforming and transforming, but I'm curious, what goes on at the village? That is such a lovely little house here by the waterfront. Should definitely... Sorry? It's following me. Oh, the bread. He's following me for the bread. Anyways, what a lovely little house. We should definitely include this in our lore for the campsite. Maybe make it a destination or something. But the village is right up here. Ooh, is that spruce? That's some spruce and some cobblestone. Lovely design work. Maybe we can take inspiration from this little village, because that would tie in this village to our campsite. We also need to figure out what is the lore for this town and the campsite, or this town versus the campsite. Is there any villagers around? There they are. Are they stuck? Did they drop in here and they got stuck? They got stuck. It's a fence trap. No, it's a trapdoor trap, gentlemen. I will make use of you in the future, so stay here and stay safe. Love this design. Almost a Nordic Viking kind of style. What is this? This is a bounty board. There's actual bounties and things. We have to do some of these down the line. The quest board will add a nice little bit of questing and flavor to this series. Alright, there's not much here by the village. It's a lovely village that we can actually upgrade. We can do quests here. We can actually improve the village actively to include it in the lore of our world and of our campsite. The local village you can go visit when you come to the campsite, something like that. Or the local village we come and haunt while you make your permanent stay by the campsite. Let's do one more thing before we wrap this episode up, and that is to move our chest monster down here instead of having it cluttering the world up top. There we go, much better. Now I can breathe and I can think, and the reason I want to think in this area is because this will become my personal cabin, and to reveal the first bit of the lore, I will be the groundskeeper of this campsite, maintaining and upgrading and building and doing groundskeepery things will be my job. And there we have it. We are starting a summer camp, but this won't be no ordinary summer camp. This will be the summer camp of death. The place you go after you die for all eternity. So let me know this. If you were to die and go to the afterlife, and if the afterlife was a summer camp, what buildings, activities, or points of interest would you want to be at this camp, or the surrounding areas? This is going to be my greatest project ever, and I want it to be interactive. I want to find ways how you can be involved with this project and engage with it. Because after all, you just died and became yet another fleshy to join Camp Wither.